But is there a certain tip, or is there something that you would recommend when you're first getting a new product onto Amazon in terms of PPC?
It really depends on the market. I actually have a different strategy for the US versus Australia. Because Australia, you can actually go after keywords that you would never be able to go after in the US, which is kind of fun and exciting. So I'm really enjoying working with clients in Australia at the moment because it's really heating up. Yeah, I'm working with some people doing some decent numbers, which is really cool. And yeah, really exciting. But I'd say, yeah, people always ask me, what's a good search volume to go after? And to be honest, I don't really look at search volume. It's just one thing in a combination of things that I'll look at. Um, it's more about, again, going back to, is it specific? The more specific, the better. So if we're talking about the US, you want to go after, yeah, your main keywords first. So the more specific, the better. Say it's like a blue stainless steel water bottle with unicorns on it, which is first thing off the top of my head. So you want to go after those really specific keywords first. They're sort of your foundational keywords. You want to try and rank for those first. If you can't rank for those, then it's going to be really hard to rank for some broader keywords like blue water bottle or water bottle. It's just going to be too hard. So that would be my first recommendation. Start with the most specific first, generally because they can be easier to rank for, not always. um, the conversion rate should be the highest. And again, that'll go back to you making sure you've done your product research, you've got that clear point of difference. If you don't have that point of difference, then this first step might be hard. So then we kind of need to perhaps go back to the beginning, look at the product. Where's that point of difference? But I'd say the most specific, start with the most specific keywords first. Once you're ranking for those, then we can start to branch out into the next level keywords. It might be unicorn gifts, or unicorn water bottles. Water bottles would be sort of the ultimate goal, but in the US, it's not something that's going to take time to get there. It's something that you're going to have to build up to. Could be if you're on the first page for water bottles, you're selling 1,000 units a day. So it's something that, and most likely you're going to be competing on price. So it's going to be super cheap water bottles with thousands of reviews, very difficult to compete with. But again, something to aspire to, but not something that you want to go after straight off the bat. So, really having that clear keyword strategy, building up, starting with your foundational keywords and testing. We don't actually, until you test particular keywords, particular campaigns, I don't know if they're going to work, which is actually what I really like about doing PPC is I don't actually know if it's going to work. And the strategy, it really depends on your product. So it's all about testing. If it doesn't work the first time, that's okay. We just keep testing. We test, we try something. Okay, what happened? All right, let's do something else. So it's all about that continual testing, not just trying something. Oh, okay, it didn't work. It must be a terrible product. So, yeah, really having that mindset of failing fast. We're testing, we're reviewing, we're trying again, continually getting up, going again, test, 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 make notes of what you're doing. So you can say, oh, okay, this is what I did last week. Oh, wow, sales are, they're really taking off. What did we do? I don't remember. So yeah.
In terms of Australia having a little bit more leniency when it comes to PPC and keywords, what did you mean by that? So I can touch on that a little bit more.
Okay. So say you've got your, okay, sticking with the blue unicorn stainless steel
Awesome.
water bottle. So you've ranked for that. And in Australia, there's probably about 5 to 10 people, if that, searching for stainless steel blue unicorn water bottle. So you ranked for that. That was really easy to rank for. Okay, so now what do we do? So then again, it's sort of the same strategy in the US, but it's slightly easier because there's less sellers. And again, it depends on the category in Australia, but something that yeah you can potentially do. So okay, we've ranked for all of our main keywords. So then we go to stainless steel water bottle, and then it might be water bottles. So every time we're starting with those foundational keywords, the most specific, and then building out. But then it might be okay, unicorn gifts, water bottle. I actually had a client, he was in the baby niche in Australia, and we'd ranked for, so doing that similar strategy, his main keywords, he was on page 1, he was selling for, he was ranked number 1, Amazon's choice, all of that, getting a couple of sales a day, nothing to write home about. So then it was actually something that Niraj said in a Q&A a couple of years ago. So thanks, Niraj. He was talking about aiming for a top level category on Amazon. And that sort of, and I'm not sure if that's what he meant by it, but it kind of gave me the idea of, oh, okay, I see what you mean. So then I started testing top level keywords like baby. So we started running PPC on baby. And that's when things really started to take off. And so we were able to get him ranked for just the word baby, which is unheard of. If you ever do Google SEO, or even running Google ads, that's unheard of. You would never, that's a keyword that you just never go after because it's just too broad. But on Amazon Australia, it worked.
That's exciting. That's pretty cool.
And that's where the volume came from, and then sold out.
So, and that, I guess that would be part of your testing also, where you would have a look and say, okay, well, let's, try this strategy and let's target the word baby. And if the product is good enough, it should kind of convert to a small amount. That's pretty cool.
There's no guarantees. There's no guarantees that it'll work. So again, it's something you have to test, but you might be able to uncover something that your competitors aren't looking at. So it wouldn't be something that you'd necessarily find by looking at, oh, what are my competitors ranking for? It's sort of that sort of outside of the box thinking. Even single words in Australia you can rank for, which is pretty cool. But again, all comes to testing, no guarantees.
Yeah.
But something to definitely try out.
Great. I'm definitely going to be trying that for sure.
That was a video from my regular Monday night Q&A session with the members of the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs. We are a community of 2,500 members and growing. We're the fastest growing community of professional e-commerce sellers right here in Australia. With sales, by the way, of over $50 million. $50 million, holy crap. If you'd like to find out more about what we do and how we can help you build your own e-commerce business too, get off to www.aussieonlineentrepreneurs.com.au. The link for that is in the description. And thanks so much for watching. See you in the next video.